Now, better to go to, of a graphical point of view. Now join these 2 points because the first equation x2 is equal to 6, x1 is equal to like this, and take these the values like this. Now join these 2 points. So that's 6 to 12. Another one, come to the second equation. X2 is equal to 10. X2 is equal to 10. Put the points here. X1 is equal to 10. Like this. Put the point here. And another important point, join these 2 points. So how to join? Take the better to take a scale and join these 2 points. And join these 2 points because sometimes is there. It is a so the another point x2 is equal to 10. X1 is equal to 10. Now join these 2 points. So now come to this point also. Please join this point. Line. Now, according to your this one, so first line indicates less than or equal to. Second equation is also less than or equal to. Put the point is equal to. Let this as a equation 1. First equation. Let this as a equation 2 diagram. Now come to the point. First one is a less than or equal to. Second one is a less than. Less than or equal to means the shaded part should be below the constraint line. If I take the shaded part here, because it is not satisfied with the second equation, if you draw a shaded part here, it indicates above the constraint line. So better to take the shaded region is like this only, like this only, like this, like this, like this, like this. Now put the points. Let the A point is equal to A. Of corner point, these are called as a corner points. B, and this the point is C. Please calculate the coordinates because the point A is lies on x2, so that there is no x1 value 0, comma 6. Come to the B point because if you take this as a supposed to say that nearly is approximately 7, comma 7, comma x2 is equal to 2.5. Third value is a 10, comma 0. So what are the coordinates here? ये ऊपर जाना को तो कैसे ऊपर above because I want to space here. Like this one, he already he'll show me. Yes. Yes. Come to this point. So the point of EA, what is this? A 0, comma 6. B, what are the corner points here? 7, comma 2.5. C, 10, comma 0. Now take all values of substitute in maximum function. Let z is equal to, what is the z equation? 6x1 plus 8x2 at A. At A, what are the coordinates here? 0, comma 6. So 6 into 0 plus 8 into 6. So that is equal to 48 units. At B, B means 7 comma 2.5. 2.5, that is equal to 6 into 7 plus 8 into 2.5. So what is this 42? And come to this point, please simplify the equation. So what are the equation here? So 42 plus, that is equal to 42 plus a 2.5, 2.5 into 8. So how much is 20? 20, that is equal to 62. At C, at C, C means 10 comma 0, that is equal to 6 into 10 plus 8 into 0, that is equal to 60. Out of these three values, which is the maximum value? 62. Therefore the final solution, the problem is, therefore the maximum value at B equal to Z is equal to, for Z is equal, maximum value is equal to 62 at B. So this is the final solution if the equation is given like this. Now the problem is completed. Now dear students, I'm going to, for solve another one more problem. That is, yes, come to this point here. Yes, dear student, please note down another problem. The question is the find the minimum value minimum value of z is equal to, supposed to say minimum value z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2 subject to constraints x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 40. Another is subject to constraint equation 3x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 30. Another equation 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 60. And the point is x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. So this is the problem. The question, the difference between the previous question and this question is, in the previous question you have to already calculated the maximum value, come to this point of minimum value. Same thing, take the first equation, subject to constant equation. So what is the equation here? x1 plus 2x2 equal to 40. Please try to convert inequality equation to equal equation. Now take x1 is equal to 0. So x2 is equal to how much? x2 is equal to 20. Like this. x2 is equal to 0. x1 is equal to 40. So first equation values are over. Next go to the second equation. 3x1 plus x2 equal to 30. Now take x1 is equal to 0. So x2 is equal to 30. Go to the point x2 is equal to 0. Now x1 is equal to 10. Go to the third equation. Like the 4x1 plus 3x2 equal to 60. Let x1 is equal to 0. Now x2 is equal to 20. Suppose x2 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to 15. Over. Now take the graph sheets and so how to calculate the values. The question is, now take vertical line first and draw the horizontal line. Now what is the maximum? This is the x1 and this is the x2. So what is the maximum value in the x? X2 is equal to 20, 30, and 20. So better to take 5, 5. I like this only 5 distance. 30 means of 10, 15, 20. I like this 25 and 30. So in x, this is 0 origin point. So x1, the maximum value in x1 is a 40. So again 5. So that's 10 unit wise 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, another one is a 40. So this is the x1 value. Now come to the first equation. When x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 20, 20 like this. x1 is equal to 40, 40. Now you join these 2 points. So how to join these 2 points? First to join these 2 points means that so that's 20 and 40. 20 and 40. 40. Let this as a first equation. Go to the second equation. X2 is equal to 15. X2 is equal to 15. X1 is equal to 10. Take this as a 10. Now join these 2 points. Now go to the x2 is equal to 20. X1 is equal to 15. This is the second equation. The third equation. Now, according to the statement of the first equation less than or equal to. Less than or equal to means below the constraint lines. Greater than or equal to means above the constraint lines. So now this is a less than or equal to, like this only. Second one is a greater than or equal to. Third one is a greater than or equal to. So our shaded area is like this only. So and please shade it like this only. Put the points. Let this as A. Sometimes if you have the 4 points, it's no problem. Next as a B, next as a C. Now take the corner points values. Let this as 0 means x2 value 0, comma 20. B value, come to the point, x1 value 40, comma 0. C value x1, x2, that is x1 is equal to 5, comma only 5, comma 0. So now they take all values right down here. So what is the maximum value? What is the maximum equation? Z is equal to, so Z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2. Now take substitute the all points here, all corner at A. What are the A here? 0, comma 20. It means that 20 into 0 plus 10 into 20, that is equal to 200. Like this at B. At B means what are the coordinates? 40, comma 0, 40, comma 0. So 20 into 40 plus 10 into 0. Okay. 800. So at the C, write down the at the C. At the C means 5, comma 0. It means 20 into 5 plus 10 into 0. That is equal to 100 value. The question is minimum value. Out of these two values, which is the minimum value? 200. So therefore, minimum value at A equal to 200. So this is the final answer of your question. Understand, students? Now come to the point of another problem. Another problem. So, and dear students, I'm going to start another important problem. That means in that equation, in that unique, a subject to constraint equation, sometimes if x2 is not given, so how to solve the equation? So first of all, I have to write that equation point of view and come to the z is equal to. So please note down the maximize z is equal to 5x1 plus 3x2. Now subject to constraints are 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 1000 and x1 less than or equal to 400, x2 less than or equal to 700, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. So what is the difference between the previous and this question? In previous question, take the second subtractive index equation, we have x2 values, but here is a, in second equation we don't have x2. In third equation we don't have x1 value. Now how to solve the equation? Take the equations. So first calculate the x1, x2 value. Take the first equation. What is the first equation here? 2x1 plus x2 equal to 1000. It means please try to convert inequality equation to equal equation. Let x1 is equal to 0. Let x1 is equal to 0. So x2 is equal to 1000. Now go to this one. x2 is equal to 0. Now x1 is equal to 500. Am I right? 500. Next go to the second equation. So x1 is equal to 400. You write like this only. Go to the third equation. x2 is equal to 700. So how to draw the graphical, how to calculate the x1, x2 variable also through with the help of the graph. Now you take this as a graph point, take x1 and x2. Now the maximum value in x1 is equal to, I mean to say that 500. So take 0, 100 and 200, 300, 400 and 500. This as a x1. In the x2, the maximum value is 1000. So better to take this as a same thing. 1000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, and like this 800 and 900 and come to the point 1000. Right? Yes. So this is the x2. Now want to take the first equation. When x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 1000. Let put a point here. And x1 2 is 0, x1 is equal to 500. Put a point here, here. Now you join these 2 points. So how to join these 2 points? Better to use a scale. Don't use your hand. Okay. Now come to this point and come to this point here and come to this point here. So how to join this point and join these two like this, like this. Like that. So this is the first equation and come to the point of let this as a first equation and put the point here. Now this has a first equation. Now go to the second equation. Second equation means x1 is equal to 400 only. x1 is equal to 400 means take this point. This has a 400. You have to join what? You have to draw the line graphically. This is the second equation line. Go to third equation 700. x2 is equal to, x3, third equation, x3 is equal to 700. Now, this is a third equation. Okay. Now come to the point. According to the statement, first equation represent less than or equal to. Less than or equal to means below the line. Second one is a less than or equal to. Third one is a less than or equal to. Less than or equal to third one, if you take like this, the shaded part above the first line. So it is a wrong. So better to shaded area all like this only. Like this. Like this. So please draw this shaded part here and come to the let the point here A, put the points A, intersecting point B, and this point is C, and this point is D. So this region is called as feasible solution. This is also called as a feasible solution or bounded solution, or it is also called as a bounded solution. Bounded solution. So what are the coordinates here? Take A coordinates as per the diagram. A corner points of A. I think A is lies on x2 only. So 0, comma 700. Now go to the B point. What are the B point here? X1. If you take the vertical value of x1, approximately 100, comma 700. Approximate values are better to use. If you use the graph sheet, definitely you will get the correct values. Take the C coordinate. C coordinate is well, x1 is a 400. There is a x2 equal to, supposed to say that 150. And come to the point of a D coordinate. D coordinate x1 is equal to 400, x2 is equal to 0. Okay, you will get the all corner values are there. Now better to go to the maximum. So how to calculate the maximum? So what is the maximum? Our question is how to calculate the maximum function. Now maximize z is equal to, what are the given equation? 5x1 plus 3x2. So at A, so substitute the value at A. What are the A value here? 0, comma 700. That is equal to 5 into 0 plus 3 into 700. So how will get 2100? At B, same procedure. Already you know B value. B is equal to 100, comma 700. So that is a 5 into 100 plus 3 into 700. So 2100, 500 plus 2100. So that is equal to 2600. At C, at at C, what is the C here? C is a 400, comma 150. That is called as a 5 into 400 plus 3 into 150. It means that 2000 plus 450, that is equal to 2450. At C, same procedure. At D, because I have one other corner point, 400, comma 0. Substitute here 5 into 400 plus 3 into 0. So that is a 200, 2000. So out of these two, the question is maximum value, maximum highest value. Highest is a 2600. So please write down the final solution of the given question. Therefore, maximum value at B equal to 2600. So this is a final solution of the given, I mean to say that this question. Dear student, now I'm going to explain new part, that part formulation. Formulation means in the previous problems, if the equations are given directly, so that you take x1 is equal to 0, let x1 is equal to 0, x2 value and x2 like this only. After that, you have to draw the graph. After that, calculate the corner points. Then after that, you have to calculate the maximization, minimization. That part is over. Now, today, I'm going to explain formulation. Formulation, what is the difference between this and this one is, in the formulation, the paragraph is given, the problem is given in a paragraph point of view. Please read the paragraph 1 or 2 times so that you will get certain idea. With the help of idea, make equations. Once the equation is over, then you go to the solving, you know how to solve the problem. Now, so that I'm just take this and uh, and this type of problems are there, and come to this point. So this is the problem. Please read the problem one or two times. A company manufactures two types of products, P1 and P2. P1 and P2. Each product requires a processing time. Okay, each product requires a processing time, requires a processing on milling machines and drilling machines. But each type of machines had limited hours available per week. Please note the important point: availability, maximization, minimization. This type of words are very, very important point. 90% of students, they are not able to understand the word of availability. Okay, I will give some logical symbols per week. The net profit, please note down, this is the net profit per unit of the product, resources, requirements of the product, and availability of resources, and summarized, the values are given. The question is, the point is, so the point is here is that there are two types of important points, that is equal to milling point and drilling machines profit unit, and 250 and 400. This is I mean of powers only. Okay, and come to this point.